Okay, it's a new project day at Shaw's Garage. I keep saying that I'm not doing another project, but I keep lying to myself. So we drug this in this week, and I've been wanting to do a crew cab diesel truck for a long time, and any of you that follow the truck market know that the crew cabs are just, well, let's just say they're out of my price range for sure. And if there were one that I could afford, I'd be totally building the body in replacement sheet metal before I was done. So anyway, I found this little guy here, or maybe I should say big girl, because this truck is bigger than I thought it was when I went to get it. 71 International, it's called a Travelette. Of course, it's four-door, or as we like to call them, crew cabs. And we're gonna build this as a diesel truck. I have a 94 F350 that's already diesel powered, automatic, and of course has International diesel. Any of you that have followed my videos know I like me some International V8 diesel. And so we've got one factory turbo, 4-speed automatic, on a F350 chassis, which we may convert to F250s, just a matter of doing rear end and hubs, and I've actually already got a donor for those, but we'll see how the build goes. This little truck's got a flatbed on it currently. I've got a lead on an actual bed for one of these. Depending on how it works out, I may actually do a bed, and if not, I've got a couple flatbeds, and I'm kind of okay with doing a flatbed diesel as well. And yeah, she's beat up, and we plan to leave the patina. This I think we'll scuff down and maybe clear coat and just let it ride. Really beginning to like the whole patina, especially in some of these diesel pickups that we see built, old F100s and so forth. Anyway, I'll take a little peek at it here. These things have a nice roomy cab. Truck's fairly complete, it's got all the windows, no windows are broke, got all the window regulators and door pulls and back seat and headliner. It's pretty amazing how good the dash pad is. I'm still trying to figure that out for a truck this old that's obviously been used. It's got one crack there in the middle. No big thing, but that pad will clean up, and it'll be like gold when you're trying to finish the restoration. Open it up here and get another look. Amazing how good the floors are. Most of that over there is surface, although we'll probably cut out about an 8 by 12 area that's getting thin and fix that. Driver's side's a little worse, but oh my gosh, I normally start on stuff you could throw a cat through, and this is all we got right here is that little bit. So we'll put a tow board in it. And what I was really amazed at is I've already pulled the sill plates up. Sill plates were in good shape, they'll be usable, and I figured we'd have a ton of rot underneath, and it's not. This channel will clean out nicely. There's no rust, or should I say rot, up in the corners. Rocker panels, none of that's got to be addressed, especially on a truck that's not going to be perfect anyway. The truck is currently a factory 3/4 ton, and the best I could tell, it has a 5-speed in it. International did some 5-speeds, and I've gone through the transmission, and it's got 6 gates, so appears to be a 5-speed. It is a 2-wheel drive, straight axle front with a Dana rear of some sort. I think it's a Dana. And anyway, we won't use any of that. This body's coming off the frame. We're going to hopefully pass this frame and drivetrain on to a guy who does some International restoration work. I hate to see it go to waste. Got a large removable hump and tunnel which is going to be great for the 7.3 diesel and E4OD that's going to go in it. We'll put a GM tilt column in it. All that's going to go away. All that wiring, all the dash stuff, we'll do a custom gauge cluster. But going to keep the patina and most of the look of the original truck. Got some van seats we're kind of mocking up for the front buckets. Back seats will just be recovered. In fact, I've already talked to my upholsterer about that. These trucks are heavy. I mean, heavy built. I was amazed when we loaded it at, you know, how heavy it was. And then out here again, none of this is going to stay. It's I think an International 345, but it's all going to go away. But what I really like is how big and roomy the engine compartment is. And we got an area back here, which we're going to need because that diesel turbo is at the back, and I think that turbo is going to sit right back in the recess and hopefully clear the wiper motor. And even if we have to do a little firewall surgery, that's not a big deal. But I think we're going to be close from what my measurements are. Have room up front for the huge diesel radiator and AC and all that stuff. So. I have looked. I got a little bit of rust in the bottom of the cowl, but the dash comes out and I can get in there and do some repairs on that. And I have been known to do away with cowl vents because they're almost more trouble than they're worth if you got air conditioning. So, you know, if I don't like what I see, then we may just roll us some panels and weld those in, blend the patina, and be done with it. Windshield's not bad. Probably will get a new one. Got a couple little spots right there around the window that'll have to be addressed when the glass is out. But again, you know, normally stuff this old, you can stick your hand through it. The top is amazing. Drip rails are amazing. I was really pleased with that, really surprised. Because again, it's normal for a lot of these old trucks to be able to put your hand through the top in places. So, not looking to do a ton of body work on this thing. We're going to mainly get it nice inside and on a nice running chassis and just get it out and enjoy it. So anyway, I'll try to add a little bit maybe to this video before I post it. Might show the donor vehicle or two that I have for it, and then hopefully we'll be able to show some of our progress as we get into doing this body swap. Okay, the first project on the International crew cab was to get a pair of Ford Econoline van seats mounted in the front, and I think these are going to look really good and be error correct for the truck. You know, they match up with the simplicity of the back seat and the height and everything. And what I did is I took the base of the original seat, and I'll show you what's left here. This was the original front seat, and it is absolute garbage. So it's going to get tossed, but it basically bolted to this frame. And so we just welded some plates across it and mounted these van seats. They have adjusters on them, and this whole seat frame has an adjuster as well, so you can really tweak this wherever you want it. But it feels good to sit in it. I think these seats will be great. I've already talked to my upholsterer about doing these, so as soon as we're confident that that's the way we're going to go, I'll go ahead and get those out, and he can be working on them while we're doing other things. And we'll leave this middle area open. We can build a console that will attach to that seat frame, whatever we want to do. Of course, it will be a column shift when we're done, so we'll lose the shifter. We'll have just tons of room in the floorboard to do whatever. And then the back will be 3 people, very comfortable. I'm amazed at how much footwell and everything we got in the back. I've sat in it, and it's going to be very comfortable, and then the person in the middle will have room, you know, to really stretch out. So anyway, that's project number 1, and next steps, we're going to try to get this body ready to be lifted off of the chassis. Okay, we got the body cut loose, lifted up off the frame. And we're getting ready to roll the frame out, and then we'll be making a rolling dolly for the body to be able to move it around the shop until we get ready to sit it on its new chassis. Okay, we got our frame out. It's actually off the premises. I found a local guy who messes with internationals, and I traded him the frame and gave him a little cash, and he has me a bed for this thing that we're going to be able to modify and use. So I got to go pick it up, but we went ahead and delivered the frame to him, so got that gone. And so we'll show you a little bit about what this looks like underneath. You know, if you know what you're looking at, this thing is in incredibly good shape. Now it's beat up. It's like it's got, I mean, like right there's a dent in the rocker panel and all that, but it has very little rot. All of this is just dirt and surface rust. Again, like we showed from the top, you know, we got a little right here in the floor. I mean, look at this body mount, just perfect. So we'll fix that floor above that. And we got a little bit over here. It's not really even, just maybe a couple spots rotted through. We'll probably cut out about the same amount on both sides. And the cab corners are good, and rockers, and looks like we're gonna have a ton of room for the big diesel. We won't know till we sit it on there, but that's a big tunnel. Of course, the transmission is huge. It's E4OD. But this is what I'm liking right here. All of this clearance, because turbo is going to sit in here, downpipe. Got quite a bit of firewall recess. I think the wiper motor is kind of to one side from where the turbo will go. Engine compartment's nice and wide. Plus we got these, this is all like rubber panels, so you ain't even got to trim that out hardly if you didn't want to. Already got a nice reinforcement up there for our F350 brake system. So I'm hoping that this will be a fairly straightforward body swap. This thing only has one body mount in the front, which was interesting. It might make our job easier. It had a couple of like rubber bumpers there. And then it had a body mount here and a body mount in the rear. But then in the middle, it just had like these pucks. We thought they were actually body mounts, but they were just rubber pucks that sat in this part here to support it. And it looks like from measuring, the back body mounts are 36 inches center to center, and our F350 frame is 37 inches across. So it almost looks like we're gonna be able to drill straight through the top of the frame, put some insulators and hit those. Probably the same here. And then I cut the frame outriggers off for these body mounts, and I hope I can attach those to the F350 as well. So we got a cart built. Nothing fancy here. It's just built out of some 1x6 treated, just some junk stuff I had, with some 3/4 plywood panels screwing the corners together. Got some nice big steel casters I picked up at a swap meet. And then this piece across here goes in this notch, and we can just sit this whole body down on it and roll it around the property until we're ready to you know, get our frame prepped and ready to start sitting it on there. So I'm going to sit this on the dollies real quick. And it's down on its wheels, safe and sound, and we can roll it out of the shop into the driveway, and it can sit until we are ready to do something else with it. So I'm going to stop this first video here, and we'll pick back up probably doing some frame prep in the near future.